In this video lesson, let us try to understand the method of converting 4-methyl acetophenone to benzene 1,4 dicarboxylic acid. That means we have to convert the methyl acetophenone. Acetophenone is a carbonyl compound. Methyl acetophenone will be like an alkyl benzene kind of a structure. Alkyl benzene, which is also containing a carbonyl group, and then it has to be converted into benzene 1,4 dicarboxylic acid. Benzene 1,4 dicarboxylic acid is called terephthalic acid. If you have gone through the video of the nomenclature done by me priorly, you will understand that phthalic acid is benzene 1,2 dicarboxylic acid and terephthalic acid is benzene 1,4 dicarboxylic acid. Now let us see how we can bring about this process. First let us write the structure. Structure of 4-methyl acetophenone. So COCH3. This is acetophenone, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is how we can number the carbon atom. Therefore 4-methyl, for the 4th carbon atom there is attachment of methyl group. This would be the structure of 4-methyl acetophenone. Acetophenone is again a trivial nomenclature. Its IUPAC name will be phenylethanone. It is a ketone. CO is the functional group. So CO as a functional group is a ketone, and ketone should end with the suffix as -one. So this will be phenylethanone. That will be the IUPAC name for acetophenone. The complete name of the structure will be 4-methyl phenylethanone. Now, this structure resembles more like that of a alkyl benzene. So what did we do for alkyl benzene to obtain carboxylic acid? We have learnt this in the general method of preparation of carboxylic acid. You may just once again go back and watch that video for better understanding of this particular conversion. So this has to be subjected to the process of oxidation. This is vigorous oxidation of the side chain we need to carry. So we are making use of a strong oxidizing agent, which is an alkaline KMnO4. The alkali used is KOH, KMnO4 is potassium permanganate. So they release nascent oxygen. Now what happens? The entire side chain of the benzene ring gets converted into potassium salt of the carboxylic acid. So what's the first product we are going to obtain? Benzene ring remains intact, no change. This entire side chain will now become C linked with one O by double bond, another O by single bond. This O is coming from the oxidation process, that is the nascent oxygen is released from this particular oxidizing agent, namely alkaline potassium permanganate, and then potassium salt will be there. Similarly, the same thing happens here also. The 4th carbon atom there is C, then the hydrogen will all be removed, therefore oxidation is the process, and it will also be getting converted into potassium salt. So now what would have happened to this CH3 and then this hydrogen that's coming out? The CH3 will go out with furthermore oxygen, and along with the potassium here, they will settle down as CH3COOK. That means potassium ethanoate, and then the hydrogen going out will form that number of molecules of water. So what are the other associated products of this conversion? We see that CH3 will get removed from here and goes out as CH3COOK, or yes, CH3COOK, and then what else do we see? Here this carbon will be there and this would be getting removed. as the molecules of water. Now the major component of our consideration is only the benzene ring with these two side chain. What is happening to this carbon atoms? How is that we will be able to convert that into 1,4 dicarboxylic acid. So we landed up in the formation of potassium salt. So how many potassium salt do we have? Dipotassium. Then where else is this dipotassium? In the benzene. And what else do we see? We have accounted this potassium and we have accounted the benzene. Then we need to account for this COO present in two places. So we call it as dicarboxylate. This is a salt or an ester we have. So dipotassium benzene dicarboxylate is the name of this particular compound. From here, the method to obtain benzene 1,4 dicarboxylic acid is very simple. We just need to remove this potassium and in that place we need to have the presence of the H. So we can carry out the process of the acid hydrolysis. So we carry out the process of acid hydrolysis. Then what else do we have? Benzene remains intact, this ring. Then COOH, the K gets removed from here. Here also in the fourth position, 1, 2, 3, 4. This will also be COOH. And what's the name of this compound then? Benzene 1,4 dicarboxylic acid. Benzene 1,4 dicarboxylic acid, also called terephthalic acid, as I told you before. It's popularly called terephthalic acid. So this is the method of obtaining from 4-methyl acetophenone benzene 1,4 dicarboxylic acid. This method is very similar to the method of converting the alkyl benzene to carboxylic acid, and the process involved is the vigorous oxidation.